Okay, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Steve. Obviously you saw the thumbnail. You know, we just did it for a funny picture, but actually I had to climb up there and fix the strap because the strap let go. There's no locking thing on this chute. And it was blowing into the neighbor's yard, and I said to my son, get a cool picture, I'm gonna go up there and move the chute. So he actually shoved one of those little pines in it and shot a little bit out. However, do not do that. We just did that for a funny picture. This is an extremely dangerous machine. All chippers are extremely dangerous, so don't do anything that you see people doing, even if it's something goofy and stupid, like, you know, sitting up there to get a cool thumbnail picture. Okay, this is the beginning of the video, but it's really the end of the video because the job you're about to see is already done. But I just wanted to show you, this seemed to have held up pretty good. Got a little bit of leaves and dust in there. We did a job up the street with this. I'm going to show you in a minute, but this thing was sitting for a year before we did this video you're about to witness. Everything went well, everything worked great, but let's just dive into it and see what kind of damage we did to the knives. Gotta pull this pin. That could use a little oil, but she's probably gonna sit for another year. Now, before I open this, I'm gonna tell you, these are very old knives. I've never changed them. I know that there's a few chips missing out of them. So, this is the disc. Yeah. They're not terrible. That knife is still pretty sharp, that one. That one always had a chip missing out of it. And this one doesn't have any chips, but it's definitely dull. You know? So, a lot of pine buildup. This side's pretty sharp though, so I can flip these. These are flippable. Anyways, that's what the knives look like after. They pretty much look the same. So we didn't do any damage. Now, you're gonna see me in this video, because I already did the job. You're gonna see me run some stuff through this that we probably shouldn't run through this. The reason being is that, well, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm extremely busy. I bid this job a long time ago, and we finally just had to get the job done. And we started by cutting all of the little stumps off of the saplings, and it was just taking way too long. It was just taking too long, and I have so many excavation projects to go do and no tree work. I'm not doing any tree work anymore. So I made the decision that I'll just sacrifice a set of knives and just run the little sapling stumps through. Is that the right thing to do? Absolutely not. Am I gonna do it? You're gonna see that I did it. I already did it. And the reason why I'm filming like this is so the people that say, I don't know, seems like every time I do a chainsaw video or something that has to do with trees or forestry, I get a lot of shit talkers. All my excavation people seem to be pretty cool, but I get a lot of shit talkers when you do anything with trees or wood. So that's why I'm filming this like the way that I'm filming it, to show you that I already did it. Nothing crazy got hurt. Just watch it. And we're gonna park this back in the woods probably for another year or till something else comes up. And I'll pull it out again later and you know, abuse the shit out of it then. Do some welding to it, you know. And yeah, because I just want to get back to doing the dirt stuff. We're so busy. So anyways, here's the video. I hope you enjoy it, but probably don't copy anything that you see. I haven't started this in over a year. I think. I know we haven't used it since last year. It's sitting in a hole. It just kind of like sunk. I put brand new rims and tires on it. When I parked it here, it was level. But yeah, it's just chilling here. I want to get it out. I want to see if it runs. And then I want to chip up that brush. But I'm trying to think. I'm not sure. When was the last time we used this thing, you remember?
No idea. We
don't even use it anymore. This is the engine, the 5.9 Cummins that I rebuilt in my basement. Brand new pump, hydraulic pump, because I blew up the other pump playing with the hoses, trying to slow down the feed wheels. I put in some valve and it didn't work right. Some valve I got off of eBay, and it blew the cartridge out of the center here. This center cartridge. So that's got like no hours on it. Let's check the oil. Oh yeah, she's got oil in her. I'm gonna smell it real quick. Yep, no, smells fine. I do know you have to hit this. I don't know if you can see it. See this primer? I usually, yeah, see, and then you can hear it. Prime the injectors, like the injector lines. Yeah. Okay, so primed, oil checked. Let's see if it'll start. Nope. Negative. Not even a positive. Oh boy.
I honestly thought it would just start.
It probably would if this was a good connection. These are all dirty. There's a surprise. Alright. I got the excavator. Maybe I'll bump the throttle a little. This thing needs a new seat soon. Let's see if it'll go now. Hey! Not bad. Not bad at all. Got oil pressure. Pretty good. All right, so you can see it covers the ground pretty nice. My dog likes to hang out in here and take craps. So this thing is really dangerous, so we always have a guy at the controls. So this is not something I ever run by myself. I wanted to pull it out, make sure it would run, because we actually got a job to go do with this thing. When I bought this too, this whole back from here was cut off. I put this back on. The problem we have with it is I had these plans to put round pipe in here so everything would like slide around and get pulled in. I just never got around to it, you know. I don't use it enough, and we do clearing jobs with it. I actually, after using it, I think I'm going to cut this back, you know, to here, so we can actually take the excavator bucket and drop stuff on the table here. Because if you drop it out here, it's not enough on the table. It tends to fall off the table. All right, I ground off that, so now I'm gonna attempt to cut this. I got a little piece here to prop it up, but I'm gonna attempt to cut it on my chalk line. I might screw it up, but who knows. I think that came out pretty nice. Let's put a taper on this end now, right here, and give it a weld. I mean, I could get a straight edge, but I probably won't. I mean, I think that'll do. That'll do, donkey. To be honest with you, I should have welded a pipe between the two, and then just hold the thing up here and then just do the whole thing. But you know, I'm stupid. So when I cut the chute used to come out to like here on a taper. I just cut the piece off, you know, the triangle taper that came out, and then I put it out this way so we could protect this hose. I might start vlogging. No, I probably won't. Man, if the stuff could just glide around here. Woo! Stupid, that's hot. What the hell's the matter with you? Look at that gap. Holy tickle shits. What dipshit cut that with a torch crooked? The elbows. I mean, they work, but will I do that again? I will never use those again. Next time I'm gonna drive all the way to the place and get the correct ones, because 2-inch is 2-inch pipe. The elbow's 2-inch ID, inside diameter, and this is 2-inch outside diameter. This is meant to screw into there, so I thought it would work, and it did, but I'm not super happy with it. Next time I'm just gonna drive all the way to the place and get the proper matching elbows. Oh yeah, there she is. Well, I had GoPro problems. I don't know if you can tell with the wind, but I had a lot of welding problems. The argon kept blowing away. It's Sunday, so I couldn't go like get some inner shield wire, and I'm not really set up for stick here, so I had to go over it so many times with beads of weld because I kept getting pinholes, you know, the porosity or whatever. But this is it. I'll be honest with you, I really struggled with this because all my friends that I was like on the phone with and my son, everybody, they're like, you're still working, you're still welding that thing? Because it's been like 3 or 4 days maybe in between work, maybe a week in between. And I'm like, oh, I'm trying to make it look good. And they're like, why? It's just a big dirty hunk of shit. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but like every other machine I have is like nice, and I try to make it not look nice, and like the truck, I try to make that look nice. So it's like I'm always in the habit of trying to make something look nice. And I'll be honest with you, in the words of Dolly Parton, it takes a lot to look this trashy. I struggled with this one, to be honest with you. I had like this idea, like, you know, when your creative side takes over and you're like, wow, like it would be cool to have like a nice sweeping bend. And, you know, I like the way that those corners look down there. And this one in the sun looks pretty cool. It's got like that, like, look the way it comes down and it like curves like that. And it's like nice looking. It's almost like a hot rod or something. And that's absolutely, completely stupid to think like that about something that is going to get just beat on. So that's what I struggled with. But, you know, in the words of my buddy Dave, looks good from afar, you know, just far from good. Trying to clean it up a little bit since it was sitting in the woods for a year. You can see all the tree crap. All right, it's Monday morning. We just showed up. Just went to the gas station, almost cried. Yeah, so we're gonna clear this. And once I get all this down and put in some bundles and back the chipper into place, and then we're gonna shove all this through this big dirty hunk of shit. Probably put the flap on the ground, blow it into a pile. When we're done, we'll just scoop up the pile and put it on the truck and just go dump it. Because we might have to cut off some of these. We're going to cut off these stumps.
So hear me out. I feel like this could go through, but this, no.
No, I mean like the little ones. I mean, if you could get all the dirt off.
Is little or smaller?
Well, I don't know. It depends if we could get the dirt and rocks off. You can't run dirt through there. I mean, no. You're not really supposed to run anything like that through there, just the wood, but you know.
Screw it. I'll cut it all off then. Just make a bundle, cut them all off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to. I'd
rather not mess up the chipper, like mid-job.
Just cut them all off. We'll just get rid of the stumps. You know, it's not...
Tiny
these tiny itty-bitty things is what I was saying. Yeah. That can go through. I mean, that doesn't even have any dirt on it. And it's just, you know, it's just like stringy. I got no problem throwing that through. All right, it's been a couple days. We had to leave this job and we had to go finish another job, but we got all of this cleared, stacked in bundles, and we just got to focus on chipping up the bundles. I was here yesterday. I stopped by late after we left the other job, and I chipped up maybe like 4 or 5 bundles, and it works pretty good. Leaving these saplings out in the sun has really worked because there's really no dirt. I mean, there's a little dirt, but there's really not a lot of dirt, and there's no rocks, so it's like it's not really a stump, it's a root. So I'm not gonna cut these off and take these in a separate load, pay hundreds of dollars to get rid of them. They seem to be softer than the actual wood itself, as long as you know, get the dirt off. I mean, there's no dirt on that. you know, I wouldn't try this with like a real stump. There's a couple big ones we're gonna cut off. There's a couple right there. But no, I wouldn't try that with like a big giant stump or anything. And if you come across one that looks like it's got dirt on it, you got to take the bucket and squeeze, you know, the thumb, and squeeze it a couple times, and the dirt falls out. The other thing too is there's no door on the bottom under those feed wheels. So I did notice it when the feed wheels are grabbing the root ball there, it's crunching off any dirt, and there was a very, very small little pile of almost like dust, not dirt, underneath the feed wheels. So like this one here, it's got a little bit of dirt on the end of the root. I'll take it and I'll just do that. You can see the dust fall off. It's not, it's like just all dried out. Look at, gone. It's literally blowing away in the wind. Shaking it, shake it. Look, no more dirt. Gonzo. So that's what I was doing yesterday. So being that it's windy out and it's been hot out for the last couple of days, letting these sit in the sun has really done good. All right, we went to visit my other son. Works at the burrito place. We're just having lunch, but I wanted to show you guys something. I know a lot of people are gonna give me a hard time because I'm running these things through with dirt, but I'm telling you, most of the dirt is like dry dust. And see the bottom door? The bottom door is gone, like we don't have it. And what's happening is my son was saying he cleans it out every now and then. He says it's just like dust. You know, the dirt's going through the rollers. The rollers are crunching all the dirt off and they're dropping down there. I keep greasing them, you know, all the dust. And then if you look at the chips, you know, the chips are fairly clean. I mean, they're not pretty. But I had a friend of mine that was like, I can't believe you're running it through there like that. And my explanation to him was, dude, you can't tell me that these land clearing, I've been around this long enough to see when these guys drag logs, when they clear all the trees and everything, and they pull a big drag across swamp land and all kinds of you know, just dirt mounds up over piles, everything, and then it comes to the chipper and then they pull it through. So you're trying to tell me that none of that wood, sorry, I had some hots on my burrito. Hot sauce on my burrito, baby. Sure look good to me. What the hell are we talking about? Oh yeah, you can't tell me when you see guys land clearing and everything that after dragging all that brush, especially with leaves on it and everything, that you don't get a little bit of dirt that runs through. Now, if you were a tree company and you were using the thing every single day in someone's yard doing tree work, you wouldn't want to do this thing. And if you paid a ton of money for it. You know, my initial purchase of this was $3,500, so. And it's paid for itself. The first year I got it, I was using it a lot. I was doing actual tree work with it, and we put nothing through it. But now my neighbor's a tree guy. He gives me a good price, so I don't do the trees no more, like the takedowns and stuff. I just let him do them. All right, that's gonna do it for this video. I don't recommend doing anything that you saw me do in this video. It is my machine. I'll do what I want with it, and I'm gonna have to do a bunch of welding to it and then put it back for a year, probably. It'll sit till the next time we abuse the shit out of it. It's a tool to make money. She ain't pretty, but she works. Anyways, catch you on the next one.